Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and the market traded flat on Monday, holding its breath for those CPI numbers on Wednesday, in spite of the fact there was a huge amount of political, economic, and earnings news that came out on Monday. I'm going to cover it all, so let's get into it! First, let's start with some important political news. China extended their military exercises around Taiwan as Taiwan continues to battle cyber attacks. Now, this has me really scared because, quite frankly, this is exactly what we saw Russia do right before they invaded Ukraine. Right before Russia invaded Ukraine, they mounted these military exercises on the border of Ukraine while at the same time doing cyber attacks against Ukraine. And now China is doing the exact same thing to Taiwan. China is launching cyber attacks against Taiwan while at the exact same time performing military exercises in order to prepare to invade Taiwan. So it looks like China is getting ready to invade Taiwan, and it's quite possible that we are about to have another invasion of a foreign nation on our hands. We already saw what that did to the economy and the stock market when Russia invaded Ukraine, and now it looks like China might be getting ready to invade Taiwan. The big difference for us this time is that Russia is one of the United States' smallest trading partners, while China is the United States' largest trading partner right behind the European Union. So this could have a far more significant impact on the United States this time than the Russia-Ukraine war did. Now moving on to the economic news, consumer confidence in the housing market has hit its lowest point in over a decade. That is, consumers are now at their lowest point since the 2011 bottom in the housing market. Now this makes sense given the fact that homes are the most unaffordable in history. Only 17% of those surveyed said now is the right time to buy a home. On the flip side, consumers also said that they expected inflation to slow down. Consumers now expect inflation a year from now to be 6.2% and 3 years from now to be 3.2%. That's a significant drop from the 6.8% and 3.6% of the results that came out last month. And the decline in expectations appears to be directly related to the decline in food prices, as well as a decline in the price of gasoline at the pump. Now, while consumer confidence in these two areas does remain extremely low, it is showing slight signs of improving. Keep in mind, we get the official update on consumer confidence on Friday. Now let's talk about the Inflation Reduction Act and how it might affect your stocks. A lot of people in yesterday's video asked me to talk about it after I kind of left it out because they didn't really think it was going to affect the markets that much. So let me go through what's in this and what companies could benefit, what companies could be hurt, and why this really is not going to affect the market that much. As you can see, this CNBC article says right off the bat, the impact is going to be more modest than you might think. Now, some of the losers are going to be drug companies, but this change is going to be very gradual and phased in very slowly. And the reason is because the law only allows Medicaid to negotiate a few drugs in the early years of implementation. Specifically, Medicare is only going to be able to haggle over 10 drugs and not until fiscal year 2026 or 4 years from now. And then new medications won't be subject to negotiation for between 9 to 13 years after their market introduction. So while this will hurt pharmaceutical stocks, it's going to hurt them very slowly, and there really won't be any impact for about 3 to 4 years. Now, some of the winners might be car companies, but really only companies like Ford and GM. It's not going to help companies like Tesla, Lucid, or Rivian. And part of the reason is because the bill caps the price of eligible vehicles at $55,000, which excludes the most popular versions of Tesla's Model 3, as well as every other model they have out right now. It also excludes all of the models from Lucid Motors and Rivian until they are able to produce some cheaper models at some point in the future. The bill also includes requirements for domestic manufacturing of EVs and their battery components in order to qualify for the extended credit. And right now, it's not clear if any U.S. battery plant can meet the law's requirements. Now, another winner will be utilities and homeowners. About a third of the tax credits are to extend tax credits to encourage construction of renewable electricity plants. More reliance on renewables should also benefit ratepayers, since new wind electricity plants are now much cheaper than new facilities that burn coal or natural gas. And surprise, surprise, one of the winners will be hedge funds, and one of the losers will be public company shareholders. That's you. The reason is because the plan imposes a 1% tax on stock buybacks, which will hurt returns of anybody that holds public shares of companies, including retirement plans and pension funds, and of course, you. And the other thing I should make really clear is that even though this is called the Inflation Reduction Act, it won't actually help reduce inflation at all. Economists say the impact on inflation is below zero, meaning that it is so negligible they cannot even measure any impact on inflation whatsoever. So that's an overall summary of the quote-unquote Inflation Reduction Act. In short, it's not going to have a very large impact, and what impact it does have will not take effect for another 3 to 4 years. So I really don't think it's going to move the stock market that much, and that's why I'm not really surprised that the stock market traded flat on Monday despite this bill getting passed. All right, now moving on to some of the biggest earnings from Monday. Novavax cut its 2022 revenue guidance in half. Novavax cut its revenue guidance to between 2 to 2.3 billion from a previous forecast of between 4 to 5 billion. Novavax shares dropped 33% after hours after already dropping 5% on the day. And Allbirds dramatically slowed the pace of new hires as their loss widens. Allbirds shares dropped 13% after close. And Upstart missed on Q2 earnings on funding constraints, and they also provided soft Q3 guidance. Not surprisingly, Upstart dropped over 14% after the close. And finally, while Palantir beat on revenue, they missed big on earnings. Palantir was expected to report a 3-cent per share profit. Instead, they reported a 1-cent per share loss. Palantir was down over 14% during the day on that news. Now, I know a lot of these earnings are affecting you as a retail investor, especially if you own shares in these companies, but a lot of these companies are small caps. They're not going to have a major impact on the market overall. So just keep that in mind, that while the earnings are bad and these companies certainly are losing quite a bit of money, the stock market overall will probably trade flat again on Tuesday as everybody just kind of holds their breath in anticipation of what that CPI number is going to be on Wednesday. Now, with the stock market trading flat like this, it does provide quite a good opportunity to do something like a straddle or a strangle, where you can make money by buying a call and a put, and hopefully the market has a big enough move on Wednesday to where you make money whether the market moves up or down. So that would be the one option you guys might want to consider as far as how to play the CPI numbers on Wednesday. Finally, I just want to get into the earnings that are coming out on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, so you can look forward to those. Tuesday before the open, we have Norwegian Cruise Lines, Spirit, Hilton, EVgo, and Workhorse. Quite a few stocks that a lot of retail investors own. Then after the close, we got some really big stocks for retail investors, including Coinbase, Roblox, Plug, Unity, and Wish. So Tuesday after the close is going to be huge, and then we follow it up Wednesday before the open with Wix, Jumia, and PaySafe. So again, no major earnings that could affect the stock market on Tuesday or Wednesday morning. However, these are going to be very important for retail investors who are heavily invested into these stocks. So good luck to everybody who's playing earnings. Personally, I like to sit earnings out. I don't like to play them because they are so volatile and so incredibly difficult to predict. I personally just stay away from earnings. But the CPI print, that might be one that you want to play. Now, if you want to know everything that I'm buying and selling and all the stocks and options that we're buying, you can come join us over in the VIP Discord. In the VIP Discord, we post all of our trades before they are officially filled and posted on Twitter. I also have coaches over there that do day trading. So if you're interested in learning day trading and how to make money with day trading, you can come join us and learn that as well. I have a full teaching program to show you how to trade options, including those multi-leg options like the straddles and strangles. So if you're interested in learning all of that and seeing what I'm buying and selling and how I actually trade and make money in this market, come join us in the VIP Discord. I only have a few slots left at $25 a month, and then after that, the price is going up. You can sign up for that at stockcurry.vip/getvip. That's stockcurry.vip/getvip. And finally, I wanted to remind you that Webull is offering 12 free stocks with a minimum $100 deposit. If you're interested in that, you can sign up for Webull at stockcurry.vip/Webull. And then Moomoo is offering 10 free stocks with a minimum deposit of $2,000 and 6 free stocks with a minimum deposit of $100. If I were you, I would just sign up for both and get a ton of free stocks. If you want to get the Moomoo one, you can sign up at stockcurry.vip/Moomoo. That's stockcurry.vip/Moomoo. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, click the bell icon and click all so that you can get notified when I release my next video. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and I will see you tomorrow.